Hey, what's up, everybody, and welcome to another hashtag Celebrate Columbus show. My name is Josh Burnett, and as you can see, we've got a great guest with us today. We are here at CSA Lincoln Elementary talking with the BCSC EBL coordinator, Stephen Shipley. Thanks so much, Stephen, for being here today.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
Well, if you might not know this, but Ship and I go way back. We've got to do some fun videos together, whether it's a music video or other projects, but today we're talking about EBL, and you don't want to miss this episode. Well, for those who aren't familiar with BCSC Elementary Basketball League, which includes cheerleading, I want to make sure that's known. Got a future cheerleader in my house. Can you tell us a little bit about the Elementary Basketball League here at BCSC?
Yeah, I'd love to. So, elementary basketball has a really long storied history here in Columbus. I've actually got officials right now who are retired who talk about their days playing in whatever the elementary basketball league at that time was, but it's been around since way before anybody probably realizes. So elementary basketball, it's really unique. And I always tell people, if you really want to know what EBL is like, go to a game on a Monday or Wednesday night that is just jam-packed in that little elementary gym. You can feel the vibration in your chest. The cheerleaders are having their cheer battle across the gym, the level of excitement in the crowd, and then you have the quality basketball being played. It's its own unique, thrilling experience that these elementary age kids get to experience that, again, I don't know how many other elementary school students get to experience something like that.
At the time of this recording, we are in the middle of fall break, and so it'll be released right before the beginning of the EBL season starts. Could you talk a little bit about, we've got just a couple months here, starting right after fall break and then finishing with Super Saturday. Everybody loves that, and that'll be at the 1st of December. Talk a little bit about the season, what people can look forward to.
Okay. Yeah, I think it's worth it to mention. A lot of people have questions, since I'm the coordinator, a lot of people direct their questions at me like, why are you making the season so short? And the truth is, it's actually to solve a really great problem to have. As you probably are aware, in this community, travel ball has really exploded with Revolution, Heat, some of these other programs. And so what that has done is it's made the spring, especially after winter break, there's just a lot going on. And then you also factor in the high school schedules, middle school schedules. That's right there, December, January, their seasons are, right there in the thickest of their season. So it's really difficult to get gym space. It's really difficult to get people who can participate in EBL without conflicting, leagues and teams that they play for. So for us, it was important to make sure that our season could run, but at the same time not interfere with other leagues, other seasons, just to maximize who can participate. We also have introduced elementary cross country.
Yes.
So the school year starts off with elementary cross country. We don't want to interfere with that. We don't want students to not be able to participate because of other things that they're involved in. And again, the main thing is to maximize student involvement. And I'm going to kind of go off on a little segue here. So this, again, is part of why I'm so passionate about EBL. EBL provides opportunities for more students to get involved in cheerleading, in basketball. You add into that the Elementary Athletics League that we're kind of like starting to form here, opportunities with cross country. The more you can get students involved in things like that, you look at some of the, we talk about metrics, we talk about data and statistics. If you really want to look at what helps students be most successful, not just in the classroom, but in life, sports, extracurriculars, youth groups, 4-H, getting involved. And this provides so many more opportunities for students to get involved. So that's really, when we talk about what to look forward to for this season and kind of how this season comes about, it's really to maximize involvement. It's getting students who may not otherwise get the chance to be involved in something, helping them to get involved. Not every kid's going to make the travel team. right? You only have so many spots. When they get to middle school, not every kid's going to make the middle school team, high school team, but they have EBL. And there are so many more spots available for them to fill and be a part of.
For those who are watching, obviously in 49 other states, it's just basketball, but this is Indiana.
Absolutely.
And within that, this is BCSC, which we have this great elementary basketball league. But as you just mentioned, whether it's cross country, basketball, band, choir, cheerleading, robotics,
Yep.
I think one of the great things that BCSC does is gives students opportunities. And
Absolutely.
through that, they get to work together as teams often. And, whether it's project-based learning, we're here filming at CSA Lincoln. It's a really unique thing within BCSC, and Elementary Basketball League is just another, opportunity for students to get involved, to represent their school. And so they have that internal pride.
Absolutely.
But they're also involved with great, mentors, whether it's the coaches, adults, but also their peers. And that's just one more reason that BCSC is so special. Well, for those who would love to come and cheer on our student athletes, our cheerleaders, our basketball players, and maybe when they want to use their legacy pass, could you tell us a little bit about where we can find out about the schedules?
Absolutely. So we have a Facebook page. So if you follow us on Facebook, you will get an update on all of that. You also can find our schedule on on BCSC website. There's a link there that goes directly to the schedule, as well as scores, rosters, all of that good stuff. And as the season progresses, there will be more information about Super Saturday. This season is, again, with BCSC doing all of the construction, the remodeling projects that they've been doing, we have 2 schools this year that do not have a home gym. And so I think it's worth it to mention that Schmidt and Smith, they will actually be hosting their home games from their opponent's site. So that comes with some extra challenges and things. One cool way, because at some point, those 2 teams have to play each other. And because of the lack of availability, we actually have partnered with FFY.
Oh, nice.
So the Foundation for Youth is going to be hosting the Smith versus Schmidt game this season.
That's very cool.
So just a cool way to kind of bring that in. I know a lot of our student athletes play FFY as well.
Yeah.
And so it just seemed like a good fit. FFY holds a special place in my heart. So I love the fact that we're able to partner with them.
What I've heard from that, Columbus, is let's be flexible. We're trying to do everything we can to give our student athletes these opportunities. And because of the limited resources, because of the great things with the Envision 2030 projects, we got to be flexible.
Right.
And so, this is an opportunity for us to be understanding, supportive, but also, a little clarity on that information. So Thank you for that. Yeah. So one of the things, Shipley, if people are watching this and they're checking out a game either for the first time or they're a longtime EBL fan, what are some ways that we can support you, the EBL, this season to make it the best season yet?
Yeah, I mean, obviously coming to games, number one thing that you can do to support EBL. We don't charge a lot for our tickets. I pretty much kept ticket prices the same because we really just want people there. But it does help because that's how teams raise their money, are able to buy uniforms, things like that. But when you're there at the games, this is really important. Understand that our coaches and especially our officials, they're all human, right? They're human and they're going to make mistakes. Coaches are going to be disappointed in calls and outcomes. Fans are going to be disappointed in calls and outcomes. It's going to happen. Make sure that we demonstrate an appropriate level of restraint and kind of temper some of those emotions, because emotions run high in EBL. It's not just the sporting atmosphere, but it's also, I think, the fact that these are our babies out there.
Yep.
They're our kids, and it's very easy to go into mama bear, papa bear mode. We do institute a 24-hour rule. So the idea is if something goes on that you're like, you question something, give it 24 hours, sleep on it. And then if it's still an issue, communicate that to your athletic director at your school. But really just making sure that we support the officials. It's very difficult to hire officials because we just don't have a lot, especially that ref this level of basketball.
Right.
EBL can be very challenging, if I'm being completely honest, to officiate. You have typically a wide range of skill level. A lot of the student athletes that participate in EBL have maybe never played basketball before. So my officials, I have a group of dedicated officials that, I can't say enough good things about them. They are in it for the right reasons. Their heart is there, and they really have been, my officials have really been there to help me along the way in making EBL the best that it can be.
So Shipley, one of my favorite things about EBL is Super Saturday. I remember being a kid, I actually went to Columbus Christian as an elementary student, and I didn't get to participate in Super Saturday, but I always went there. And then growing up, I would come back and watch Super Saturday. So if you've never been before, you do not want to miss this incredible weekend of basketball and cheerleading. But can you tell us a little bit about Super Saturday and what people can look forward to this year?
Yeah, Super Saturday, again, for someone that's not from this area, my first Super Saturday, I was blown away. The fact that you have literally thousands of people in the gymnasium going nuts, celebrating and cheering on their teams. A lot of people are surprised to know, but really it should come with no surprise. The biggest draw we have on Super Saturday is the cheer competition.
It is
100%
crazy.
cheer.
Like, it's so much energy.
But you have 11 different schools competing. And then on top of that, you have the high schools, the middle schools. You have dance teams now. We have a couple of elementary schools that are introducing their own dance teams. It is just the cheer competition portion of Super Saturday is, I've never seen anything quite like it. The energy is just, you walk in and again, you can feel the vibration in your chest. Everybody is just amped. It is a great experience. If you've never experienced before, come out on December 6th, Columbus North, check out Super Saturday, especially the cheer competition. We've actually started hiring cheer judges, licensed cheer judges from across the state. And so they travel and come to this. And last year was the first year that these particular judges were a part of the cheer competition. They were so impressed with the skill level of our cheerleaders and just the format and how everything, they actually asked us if they could come back. And so they'll be back this year. And to me, that just speaks volumes. All the coaches, all the student athletes, it's just incredible. Now the basketball portion of that, again, it just very much screams Hoosier basketball. You go in there, you see these kids putting everything on the line, working for that championship. And what's really cool is now we have the gold and silver brackets, which people may question, why do we do the gold and silver bracket? And the truth is, again, it goes back to maximizing involvement, but giving more kids something to play for, right? Yeah. And so that format has really just kind of ignited this extra burst of passion on Super Saturday, because you not only have the gold bracket, but you have the silver bracket. You're playing for, instead of a boys championship and a girls championship, now you have 2 boys championships, 2 girls championships. It's just an incredible atmosphere. I can't say enough good things about it. It's something that my family, it's become kind of a family thing. We put it on, and we look forward to it every year.
Yeah, you guys are everywhere on that Saturday.
Oh my gosh. Literally sun up to sundown. And huge shout out to Columbus East, Columbus North for helping us, because we wouldn't be able to do it if we weren't able to host it from there, because there's just too many people. Mm. And if it wasn't for, partnering with North and with East, EBL wouldn't happen, at least not in the form that it's in. So shout out to them. Thank you for allowing us to use your space. But yeah, Super Saturday, it's definitely super. So
talk about the Above and Beyond Award, because I know that's pretty cool. I've had an elementary student that's gone on to middle school now, but I have another elementary basketball player that'll participate in. And whether it's boys, girls, basketball, or cheerleading, there's Above and Beyond Award. And could you talk a little bit about that?
Absolutely. So the Above and Beyond Award is the one award that we as a league kind of recognize. Every elementary school, they do their own award ceremonies and stuff separately. But the Above and Beyond Award really kind of gets at the student athlete, both the student and the athlete. So it's not just an MVP award necessarily. It's more tied to who is that player off the court in the classroom? What kind of example do they set? What type of leader are they for their team? And so all of these different things come together, and this award is chosen by principals, coaches, teachers. They all kind of come together to choose an above and beyond award winner for each of their teams for the season. And so we get to recognize those at Super Saturday. We get to bring them out and recognize and celebrate them for that achievement. And it's just a really cool, a really special award to win. So
awesome. Yeah. You definitely want to be there on Super Saturday, but I would just encourage you, whether you're a grandparent with a cool legacy pass or, just a citizen in Bartholomew County and Columbus, you have to check out EBL. There's an opportunity on Mondays or Wednesdays, or in that rare case, on Tuesday and Thursday. Make sure to check out the Facebook page. Stay up to date with the BCSC website. There's an opportunity to support and celebrate our students. Shipley, I just want to say thank you for getting together. This guy goes above and beyond in everything he does, and I'm so glad that I consider you a friend, but also he's our EBL coordinator. And if you see him, make sure to say, hey, thanks, Ship, for all you do. Thank you so much for checking out another Celebrate Columbus show. Can't wait to see the EBL season. Hope to see you at a game. We'll see you later.